welcome back to my channel. I'm Jens, and yeah, I hope everyone is well out there and enjoying the hobby. Today it's a little shorty I'm doing. Basically I'm tinkering around on the main pond with the air, and I'll turn you around and explain to you what I'm exactly doing. Okay, be with me a second. Okay, as you can see here on the floor or ground, I made up a air curtain. It's about 2 meter long, or precisely 2 meter long, with stainless steel rods inside to weigh it down. And over here I changed the air curtain I had underneath the plants, where that the water comes out from the pre-filter, from basically the planter river. I took that out, wasn't so happy with it, and at the moment it runs along here just to mark up. I made a little air, I put an air ring in there, and I run it in this little corner. It's basically it's a bit flatter, it's only just 1 meter deep, and yeah, the fish don't really use it much. So I thought maybe it's better having the additional air in the pond here, and then I can create me a little currency along there and keep this area clean too from any debris that falls in, because there's a little bit of a dead spot. And yeah, over here with that air curtain I'm installing, the reason I'm doing this, if someone, or if you guys follow me, you might have heard me a few times a bit complaining about waste on the floor. So I'm always tinkering around with the returns in the pond. So one mistake I did when I planned the pond, I didn't really research enough into the returns in this pond and the best position of the bottom drains. When I thought I had the bottom drains perfectly positioned, you know, here almost in the middle of this area, and then one over here, but because the pond is like an L shape, or it is an L shape, the currency is of course not perfect. So for a long time I was running the currency this way around, and it basically comes out here, the big return, and then it would go in front of the skimmer and then push the currency this way along. It worked to a degree, but never perfect, and I was not happy that basically the currency would push the surface water away from the main skimmer. So what I did a couple of weeks ago, I changed the return, and now I let it flow the opposite way, basically clockwise, and so the skimmer handles much more better the surface water, and all this area on that side is, the bottom is clean as, because when the water return hits the wall, of course it deflects a bit down, cleans that area up, but it deposits most of the dirt now, the waste, on this side, and it takes forever for the fish basically to move that dirt slowly into the bottom drain. And this is a bit of my OCD. I hate the waste, as you know. I hate waste on the bottom, and if I would do a pond again, I probably would have a much steeper angle towards the bottom drains, and better currency. So I tested a theory out yesterday. Having that small air curtain from over here, I just mucked it up, put it there, and then put all the air on it, gave it a big basically a currency that would go this way along. And yes, it looked like it worked, so it cleaned all the floor up and put it into the bottom drain. So this is why I have plenty of this air hose in my shed for future little projects or tinkering. So I marked now this 2 meter air curtain up that goes in here, and then that air curtain only comes on every maybe twice a day for an hour and cleans the bottom. Hopefully cleans the bottom. So yeah, so I'll come back to you when I'll fix it up and show you the result. Okay, we're back and the air curtain is installed and is running. So at the moment it's all just temporarily installed, nothing really super fixed. I just want to say that it's working, and if it does what I'm hoping for, then I will install the air hoses more hidden so that you can't see them. And at the moment I just want to see how this air curtain is performing. So it's 2 meter long, and it does good output. I mean, it's an 80 litre pump, so it should do good, give us a good flow. But yeah, I just want to test it for the moment, see how it's going, and when I'm satisfied with it, I will then install a bit more temporary, basically maybe tomorrow, put it in place. I'll let it know, run for maybe an hour, see how it goes, if it works. Yeah, then I'll set it up yeah, in a fixed manner, a bit more, yeah, nicer. Good. That's for me here. I'll have to do a bit different work, go back into the paddocks and light a few fires. We're allowed to back burn now, so I have a few piles of old bushes that I have to burn. I might do a little quick action on that. Yeah, and then yeah, a lot of chainsawing, cutting stuff down. Okay, bye for now. Oh well, here we go. The first one is lit. So I've released another, I don't know, 5 little bonfires on our block I have to do. It's quite a bit, but yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of trees. A lot of stuff comes down during the winter and summer months. These gum trees are notorious for just dropping big branches. Sometimes the entire tree comes down. Okay, come back when I have a few more, or there's a bit more burning. And number 2 is lit. As you can see, I hope this fire will kill or burn most of this blackberry here. It's in the middle of this paddock. So so basically since we're living here, I try to get rid of all the blackberry, because here in Australia it's a pest, because we don't have the cold winters like you in Europe. So it just spreads all year round, especially in winter. It gets worse because it's all the moisture. So yeah, let's hope I can burn most of it off. And I'll turn you on there. Let's zoom it in. There you can see the first fire I lit. Now nice and big and hot. So I try to burn my stuff very hot and dry, so don't cause too much smoke in the area. That's this time of the year, in the autumn, early winter, we have that everyone is burning, and yeah, and a lot of people burn a lot of green stuff. I try not to do that, because it's just the air pollution we're creating with that. And a little fire there on the tree, just to burn off more blackberry I killed over the year. Just poison it. It's the only way you can get rid of it. Or another way is, of course, do the handiwork, cut it down. But yeah, I did that many times before here. If I can kill it now with a bit of poison, sorry to say, I do it. I'm not the youngest, and this blackberry just grows like hell. Good. It's a little insight on our autumn winter work here on the block. You know, in a couple of years time it will not be that bad anymore. So yeah, and this is now going really nice. This burns really good. I love it. It looks pretty dangerous, but nothing will happen here because everything's moist around. It's not just burning the dry blackberries. Go around there. And you can hold that most of the blackberry is getting all burned. And then everything that's still left over, I'll just mow down, or yeah, cut down with a hedge trimmer and a mower. Yeah, made a good dent in here. Okay, guys, I have to stop and get all the other branches, like what you see over there, and put it on the fire. Okay, see you later. We're back, and yeah, further update on the progress with the air curtain. Yeah, I have to say I took the air curtain back out. I wasn't happy. Actually, I wasn't completely happy with the way it was in the pond. It did, as I said in the previous clip, it was doing its job and it cleaned the floor on this area here, but it deposited a little bit more over there in front of the bridge. Not much, but the main reason why I took the air curtain out again on this side here is I couldn't really get it fixed in place. It was always a bit off the wall, and as most of you know, you need it pretty much against the wall to get this proper flow. So yeah, I got a bit impatient with it, took it out. I even tried maybe having it in this area here so that the flow wouldn't go that way, but that was even worse. So I took it out and I did a bit of research on YouTube and Google, and as I said, the main reason for all my dramas with the waste on the floor is that the returns, the pond and the returns are not well planned. A mistake on my part when I was doing this pond, so I'm have to now live with it, or I rip it all apart and do it all over again. But man, even here, for me, money doesn't grow on trees, so I don't really want to do that. And yeah, that will be the worst case scenario, and I don't think I will do it. It's not in my plans really. But what I've done with my research, I was thinking about, because I'm a bit into aquariums too, and got one in a tropical aquarium in the house. And yeah, especially when you have corals. I don't have them, but I know that when you have corals, it's very important to have good currency and flow in there, and you get these power heads or wave makers. And I was thinking maybe I could just put a power head or a wave maker here, and then get currency flowing in this direction. So I looked at all those options, and there is actually from Aquascape is a proper power head designed for ponds, and it was about $300. So I was very close to order it, but then I decided before I spent $300 on a power head, I would do a trial. I have an old pump, propeller pump or inline pump, whatever you call them. I had it in the shed from an experiment did years ago, and it's always in the shed, and I don't know if we really need it anymore. But never throw things out. You might ever sometimes use them, and in this case, yes, I used it. And what I did, it's pretty hard to see. You can see that blue one there, that's the propeller pump, and it's on a 75mm pipe with a T-piece coming out, and they say it makes about 16,000 litre flow. I'm not sure with a 75mm pipe if that's still true, but anyway, it produces a nice flow. So I mucked this up, put it on the butch here, and then I pushed all the currents in that direction, and it cleans the floor pretty good. The currency now actually, it gives a good, most of the dirt is now going into the bottom drain during the night or day. So, and the fish, they really like to be in that currency there. So that's another big bonus. They love just swimming into the currency. I still have a bit of dirt, and I'll probably have to get used to it. So I mucked up this pump here, pushed it all in this direction, and then I turned that return, and I push it under the butch along here, goes here and then back. So this is only this pump here is only a mucker because it uses 115 watts, and that's completely against what I like. It's too much power. As all of you know, I like to have a quite cheap running pond. Yeah. So that is only a muck-up. So I thought, yep, it works. I mean, this isn't running for a day, and I thought if this is running, I will order that power head from Aquascape. And that's only doing 7,500 litre flow, but it's probably still good enough. But it uses only 40 watt compared to the 115 of this pump there. But I thought, why are going through the extreme and ordering this power head if I can just do the same thing with my air pump? So I got here this air coming out. That is plenty of air is coming out there, and even if that's not enough, I can just get another smaller air pump that maybe uses 20 watt to create that flow. And I remembered of a YouTube channel from Germany I'm following. They always advising to if you don't have good flow in your pond, and instead of just dumping your air in somewhere in, because they don't like the idea of aerated bottom drains. They're not really fan of the aerated bottom drains. They prefer to have just an air ring somewhere in the pond positioned, preferable somewhere in front of the currency. But they say if you have problems with your currency with getting dirt moved in the pond, to use the air and build it's like a plate, like a currency plate or flow plate. It's basically made up of PE plastic, like a little L shape that gets sent against your pond wall, and then underneath you have the air coming up, and when it comes up it can only flow in one direction, and that gives you the currency. So I was already almost on the phone to a company in the next bigger town where I got all my plastics from, and wanted to basically give them the drawing and build it for me, and I would have put it underneath the bridge, connect it against the bridge, have the air underneath, and then get the flow. I thought, well, if I do that, that will probably charge me probably $300-400 to build it. That's an estimation, I'm not sure. So another thought I had is instead of getting them to build it, I just use an old method I used years ago, build an airlift. And this is what I want to do today, and I hope if it works, great. If it doesn't work, then I can always go back to the other idea and get these people to build me this contraption. But yeah, no, what I basically will do is similar to what this is doing here. This will be similar, but a bigger. It will be starting off with a 150 PVC pipe, then going down to 100 T-piece, and then of course another T-piece to release the air so it doesn't bubble outside in the water. And that should give me a similar, if not better, flow than this pump, because I had it in the past and they create an amazing flow with the right air. So yeah, sorry for this. I said in the beginning of this video it will be shorty, but it's now dragging on a bit more. But yeah, this is my plan, and I will come back to you when I built that airlift and when I install it and how it all works. Okay, till the next clip. Thanks so far. Good, we're back, and as you can see, I got my airlift mocked up and I gave it a test run to see how good it is and how the airflow is comparable to that electric pump there. I think the electric pump in the pond is a bit stronger. However, I think the airlift will be enough. I mean, I have to test it, but I think it's quite a strong flow coming out. I'm not sure if there's a similar flow to the electric one, and it just looks different. And I don't have any gadget to measure the flow, so I just have to give it a go and test it. So as you can see, I put an air hose into this chamber here, and so basically the hose comes down the pipe, connects to, I'll lift it a bit up, connects to this little ring of air hose, and then that will, when the air comes out, it will just pull the water up, go up here, come through this and exit out there. And this one here and here, they're basically to expel any air that comes with the water up, so it doesn't exit out from the front. And yeah, it will always give you this annoying bubbling effect. So yeah, this is how I build the airlift. It's a simple, cheap way of getting a bit more flow into your pond plus aeration. So with this, I don't need to run another air ring inside the pond. I just have it in here and catch basically two flies with one slap. You know, get air into the pond and a bit more flow. And let's hope I can solve my waste problem a bit. So yeah, okay, next thing is glue it all together, paint it black so it's a little more invisible in the pond. Yeah, and I come back to you when it's all finished. See you then. Good. That airlift pump is done. I have it all installed here. It's all painted black, and it's basically working a treat. I don't know if it comes across on the picture, but it has, I would say, almost a similar flow as the electric pump. So I open the valve a bit more on the air, and yeah, as you can see, oh, hang on, let's see, you can see it from here how it flows across. So yes, it's really good flow, and I'm happy with our outcome. The only thing I might have to tweak a bit, I don't know if you can hear it, is this gurgling noise. That's because I increased the air, is now pumping a bit more, and basically water comes over, it gurgles over that second exit where the air is supposed to escape. It's pushing water out there too. I think I can tweak it and lift the air, lift it a little bit further up so that the pipe will be just under the water surface. Yeah, that was my little tinkering around on the main pond. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this little update and my little tinkering. See you next time. Bye for now. Thank you.